Friends, did you know that even the simplest vegetables can be used to create a dish that's much tastier than anything you'd find in a restaurant and will wow the whole family? Today, we're making a delicious vegetable fritter stack with a flavorful cheese filling. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up so you don't miss more simple and tasty recipes. Now, we take one beautiful red onion. Why red, you might ask? It's much sweeter and less sharp than a regular yellow onion, making it perfect for delicate vegetable fritters. If you only have a yellow onion on hand, just rinse the chopped pieces in cold water to tone down the sharpness. Now, for this beautiful onion we've just chopped, we're going to break it apart into individual rings using our hands. This method is not only faster, but it also helps the onion distribute more evenly throughout our potato mixture. Stir it thoroughly. Look at this vibrant, delicious base we've already created. By the way, what city are you watching from? Be sure to let me know in the comments. I always love learning more about my friendly international family. Now, let's slice our 6 mushrooms. That wonderful, savory aroma wafting through the air right now is what I call the soul of this dish. I like to slice them generously so that every bite is infused with their rich umami flavor. It reminds me of a cozy rainy day, perfect for a cozy meal. Have you ever cooked according to my video recipe and not just watched and commented? Add mushrooms to the potato-onion mixture. The base for our vegetable fritters is starting to smell incredibly appetizing already. My dad just ran into the kitchen, so we must be on the right track. We need a binding agent. That's 3 fresh, farm-fresh eggs. This is our natural glue that will prevent the vegetable fritters from falling apart in the pan. Plus, eggs provide protein and healthy fats, making this dinner even more balanced. If you don't eat eggs, they're easy to substitute. Just mix 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed with 3 tablespoons of water and let sit for 5 minutes. This mixture will bind our vegetable fritters perfectly. Now it's time for spices. We add salt to taste, we add ground black pepper for a light, spicy kick, and my favorite, sweet red paprika. It gives not only a beautiful golden color, but also a slight sweet flavor. If you have hot paprika, be careful. We mix again so all the spices evenly distribute and get to know each other. The vegetable fritter base already looks magical. Add a pinch of dried basil and generously dried garlic. It's not as aggressive as fresh garlic here, but gives a wonderful, balanced smell. If you don't have it, you can finely grate 1 fresh clove. That's 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You won't taste it at all, but it works wonders with the texture of our vegetable fritters, making them ideal, crispy outside and tender inside. If you don't have cornstarch, feel free to use potato starch. We mix everything very, very thoroughly, so no dry lumps remain. While our vegetable fritter base is resting, we heat a pan with a good amount of olive oil. You can use sunflower oil, but olive oil gives a special Mediterranean note. The oil should be hot, but not smoking. And now, we form neat, cute vegetable fritters. I like to make them the size of my palm. That way, they're easy to flip, cook evenly, and look beautiful on the plate. We fry them on one side over medium heat until golden brown and appetizing. And here's my signature life hack to keep them intact. I flip them using a flat plate. This way, they definitely won't fall apart or splatter oil. My husband laughs and says, I fuss over them like they're my firstborn. While our vegetable fritters are frying, tell me, do you fry your fritters more often or bake them in the oven? I'm always interested in learning about your cooking habits. You know, my husband loves a crispy crust straight from the pan. While our wonderful vegetable fritters are frying, let's prepare the most delicious part, the filling. We'll need cheese. I use Gouda for its delicate, creamy flavor, but cheddar, Swiss, or even mozzarella would work too. Now take a bunch of fresh green onions. Look how juicy and aromatic they are, a real vitamin burst. You know, my grandmother always said that green onions are the first medicine of spring. They provide vitamins year-round and that special freshness in the filling that balances the rich, cheesy flavor. Now we'll add these aromatic herbs to our cheese. Simply mix them together and the cheese filling will immediately burst with fresh flavor. If you want to make the filling even more interesting, you can add some finely chopped dill or parsley. For a tender, creamy texture, we add 3 teaspoons of mayonnaise. If you don't like it or are watching your diet, feel free to replace it with sour cream or Greek yogurt. It will be just as delicious. We mix everything thoroughly. The filling is ready, and I assure you, you could just eat it with a spoon. I always quality test a little bit during the process. But we're going further and creating a true culinary masterpiece. Add a little more black pepper for a spicy kick. Now thoroughly mix our cheese filling until all the ingredients are evenly distributed. Notice how the texture becomes soft and pliable. This means it's perfect for forming our future vegetable fritter stack. Are you annoyed by long video recipes? Write in the comments. And now, for juiciness, color, and a slight tang, 3 ripe but firm tomatoes. Slice them into thin, neat rounds. And for that incredible, stretchy, cheesy pull, mozzarella. We also slice it into rounds, not too thin. Those white balls of mozzarella always remind me of Italy. It's nice to dream sometimes. So, my dear friends, all the components are ready. Our golden brown vegetable fritters have cooled and are awaiting their moment of glory. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your preliminary score for this vegetable fritter stack recipe? Write your initial ratings in the comments. Your opinion is very important to me. Cover it with a second, equally flavorful vegetable fritter. Apply a generous layer of cheese filling and spread it into an even, appetizing layer. This cheese layer acts as glue. It'll keep our vegetable fritter stack from falling apart in the oven. By the way, if you like a spicy twist, add a pinch of garlic seasoning or a little cumin to this filling. The aroma will be simply divine. And for a perfect result, create a slight border around the edges. This will ensure the next filling stays in place and doesn't leak out. Now arrange the red, juicy tomato slices in a fan pattern, or just scatter them. They will provide moisture and a refreshing tang. I sprinkle it generously with Italian herbs. Oh, the smell instantly transports me to a sunny vacation to the land of pizza and pasta. Spread the mozzarella slices over the entire surface. Don't be shy. And again, cover it with our wonderful golden vegetable fritter, creating a neat, hearty vegetable fritter stack. And for the final touch, generously sprinkle the top with the remaining grated cheese from our filling. This will give us a crispy, golden cheese crust. Carefully, so as not to collapse our vegetable fritter stack, we place them on a baking sheet and into an oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. We'll bake them for 20-25 minutes. Wait until the cheese melts, starts to bubble, and turns into a golden cap. Time will fly, I promise. Wow, just look at this. Golden sides, stretchy cheese, a mouth-watering aroma. This vegetable fritter stack is a real winner, friends. Can you see how that cheese pulls? That's the sign of a perfectly baked masterpiece. It's recipes like this that turn an ordinary weekday into a little celebration. Perfect with a fresh green salad or just a dollop of sour cream. Kids usually gobble it up without even noticing all the veggies hidden inside. If you're new here, subscribe. There's plenty more simple and delicious food on this channel. I look forward to your ratings, photos of your creations, and comments. Enjoy!